Council, we have our Citizens Night meeting and our agenda setting meeting. Your agenda in front of you, if you refer back to the third page, under the resolutions. Our first resolution, we have a resolution of approving the transfer of a restaurant liquor license number R10922 into the municipality of Monroeville to Laxmi Naranya Corporation, located at 479 Broadway Boulevard. This is a public hearing item. We're going to move this item to the top of our meeting right now. Is the applicant here?
Yes.
If you could please step forward. This is being a public hearing item. Is there anyone that wishes to speak for or against this matter? If so, raise your hand. Seeing none, we'll proceed with the public hearing just for this item, and then we will move into our regular agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. He doesn't have.
Sir, if you could just state your name for the record.
Gregory Zoller.
Welcome.
My name is Greg Zoller. I am the attorney for Laxmi Naranya Corporation. Mr. Barat, who is not here tonight, he had an emergency at his Johnstown location, which he could not make the attendance at tonight's meeting. On behalf of Laxmi Naranya Corporation, we are here tonight to request that the City of Monroeville approve a resolution permitting the intermunicipal transfer of a restaurant liquor license from outside the city to within it, pursuant to Revised Liquor Code Title 47, Section 461B3. The restaurant liquor license would be transferred to Laxmi Naranya Corporation for use in the new restaurant that is to be located at 479 Broadway Boulevard, Pitcairn, PA 15140. The Liquor Code permits the PLCB to approve the transfer of a license from any other municipality in Allegheny County to another municipality in Allegheny County, so as long as you, the receiving municipality, issue a resolution approving the transfer. The standard to be applied by the receiving municipality is contained in the Liquor Control Board's regulations, which states that the receiving municipality must approve the transfer unless it finds that doing so would adversely affect the health, welfare, peace, and morals of the municipality. With the passage of Act 39 that went into effect back on August 8, 2016, the legislature restated the purpose of the Liquor Code. According to the legislature, it is the purpose of this act to reform the system by which alcohol is dispensed and controlled within this Commonwealth, to reflect the changes in the marketplace while continuing to protect the welfare, health, peace, and morals of the citizens, and to provide for the operation of a retail system that promotes competition and convenience. Another big change that the legislature made to the Liquor Code under Act 39 is that now all restaurant licensees can apply for and obtain a wine expanded permit, which permits the licensee to be able to sell up to 4 750-milliliter bottles of wine to go. Prior to the passage of Act 39, restaurant licensees could only sell wine for on-premises consumption. Based on Laxmi Naranya Corporation's operating and business model, the transfer of this liquor license to Laxmi Naranya's restaurant facility will not affect the health, welfare, peace, and morals of the township or the city or its residents. In order for you to make a decision on our request, let me provide you with some background information on Laxmi Naranya Corporation. Laxmi Naranya Corporation has been in business for 14 years and has been a member of the City of Monroeville business community, serving the residents and the community of the City of Monroeville since January 2018 at its 479 Broadway Boulevard location. Currently, Laxmi Naranya Corporation leases the property from Nihar LLC, the owner of the property. Laxmi Naranya Corporation operates 10 additional stores, which are located throughout Allegheny, Westmoreland, and Cambria counties, employing 55 individuals. Currently, Laxmi Naranya Corporation employs 5 full-time employees and 1 part-time employee at its 479 Broadway Boulevard location. Upon the completion of the renovation work and with the addition of its restaurant, Laxmi Naranya Corporation will employ 9 full-time employees and 3 part-time employees. As a responsible member of the business community in which it does business, Laxman Narnia Corporation has participated in and supported events through its charitable giving that were designed to benefit the local charitable schools and various community sports organizations, and will continue to do so moving forward. Laxman Narnia Corporation plans to renovate its existing 2,000 square foot building in order to accommodate a 1,200 square foot restaurant with an indoor seating area to accommodate 30 patrons at one time. There will not be any outdoor seating. Moreover, Laxman Narnia Corporation's restaurant will boast a wide selection of freshly made prepared food for consumption on the premises or to take home, such as hot and cold sandwiches, salads, quick meals, to name just a few. The minimum requirement to hold a restaurant liquor license are having 400 square feet and seating and food to serve 30 patrons at one time. Laxman Narnia Corporation's in-store restaurant well exceeds the minimum square footage requirements required under the liquor code. The total cost of Laxman Narnia Corporation's new investment at its 479 Broadway Boulevard location will be approximately $200,000, and with the addition of the newly expanded restaurant, seating, and storage areas, and the restaurant license, its total investment in property will be pushed close to $600,000. As an added component to Laxman Narnia Corporation's restaurant and as a convenience for its customers, Laxman Narnia Corporation is requesting the transfer of a restaurant liquor license to permit the sale and consumption of beer for both on- and off-premises consumption and wine for off-premises consumption. What we are requesting tonight is nothing new or unusual. Over the past 10 years, the PLCB has approved liquor licenses to over 500 grocery store, convenience store-based restaurants that had interior connections to the unlicensed grocery or convenience store. I've provided you what I would like to have marked as Exhibit A. It is a proposed floor plan for how the store will be set up. When I say proposed, that's going to be subject to PLCB approval and complying with all the PLCB requirements after we go ahead and we submit it. We will be filing our application on prior approval, so the PLCB will have to approve our plans. The restaurant and the convenience store hours of operations will be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Under the liquor code, licensees such as Laxman Narnia Corporation are permitted to sell alcohol, and in this case, beer, for both on and off premises consumption between the hours of 7 a.m. and 2 a.m., Monday through Saturday, and from 9 a.m. until 2 a.m. on Sunday. And wine to go from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday through Saturday, and from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Sunday. No alcohol sales will take place prior to 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday, and no alcohol sales will take place before 9 a.m. on Sundays. All wine sales to go will cease at 11 p.m. Monday through Sunday. To allow for patrons to be on the licensed premises prior to 7 a.m., Laxman Narnia Corporation will be obtaining an extended hours food permit, which will permit patrons to be able to be on the restaurant premises to be able to purchase breakfast sandwiches, other food items, and non-alcoholic beverage items. There will be a dedicated restaurant manager who will receive the Bureau of Liquor Control Enforcement developed Responsible Alcohol Management Program owner-manager training, as well as the BLCE's seller-server training. All other restaurant associates will receive ramp seller-server training. All restaurant associates working in the restaurant will be 18 years of age or older. Moreover, Laxman Narnia Corporation, the establishment itself, will become ramp certified. Laxman Narnia Corporation intends to have a 100% carding policy for patrons who appear to be less than 35 years of age. Laxman Narnia Corporation will utilize an ID card reader to read the customer's age to make sure that a valid ID is being used. The restaurant will offer single servings of beer for on-premises consumption and up to 192 fluid ounces, or 2 six-packs of beer, and 3,000 milliliters of wine to go, or 4 standard bottles for off-premises consumption. All beer and wine purchases must be made at the designated cash registers that are located on the restaurant premises. The other store cash registers located in the unlicensed convenience store area will not be able to accept beer and wine SKUs. Beer purchased for on-premises consumption must be consumed only in the restaurant's seating area. Customers will not be permitted to leave the seating area with an open beer, and there will be signage posted to that effect. Patrons will only be permitted to pay for fuel at the registers located on the unlicensed convenience store premises. The registers located on the licensed restaurant premises will not be able to ring up fuel sales. In the restaurant, there will be several security cameras that will cover the restaurant area and the designated cash registers. In addition, the restaurant associates and licensed manager will physically monitor the restaurant area and seating area on a regular basis. Security cameras will be located within the unlicensed convenience store as well as on the exterior of the building. There will be no sales of distilled spirits, and smoking will not be permitted anywhere in the licensed premises. There will be no arcade games, pool tables, or live entertainment. However, there will be a couple of TVs in the seating area televising local programming. Laxam Narnia Corporation is, has been, and will continue to be a responsible business owner and a member of the business community that is making a significant investment in its City of Monroeville location, and that investment will need to be protected by responsible management and well-trained employees. This will not be a place where people will just hang out to drink, but it will be a well-lighted, safe, and secure place where customers can purchase prepared food and a six-pack of beer or a bottle of wine to take home, or dine in and have a beer or two with their meal. For these reasons, we request that the City of Monroeville issue a resolution approving the intermunicipal transfer of a restaurant liquor license into the city for use by Laxam Narnia Corporation at its 479 Broadway Boulevard location. And if council has any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them.
Thank you. It's currently a Sunoco,
It's the Sunoco, that's correct.
Sunoco on Broadway Boulevard.
That is correct.
Is it going to remain a Sunoco?
It will remain a Sunoco. There will be fuel cells there. I don't know if he's going to change the name of the restaurant where it will be like Sunoco, and we haven't decided that yet.
Okay,
so.
but that would have no bearing on
No.
the license transfer.
No.
I have one item for you,
Sure.
and this has no bearing on council's decision on the liquor license, which is, as we know, is a separate issue.
Correct.
There's an underlying zoning issue with restaurants in the zoning district that gas station is located in. So my advice to your client would be to get in touch with the municipal staff as soon as you can and work through that. Give them an idea what you're doing, because you're probably going to need some kind of zoning relief to do that.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and comply with the zoning and everything, because he's going to have to bring in the plans to get those approved,
Sure.
to put the addition on to the back of it.
Okay, just so you're aware of it, that's all. But again, it does not impact council's decision with respect to the
No,
transfer
but
of
it
the
will
license.
impact him opening. Any other questions?
Nothing else.
Yeah,
Mr. Ursinko.
does this company, this would be their first business in Monroeville, am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And what locally, where are they at around by us?
They've got a place, they have a place up in Johnstown. They're in North Huntington. I believe he has,
So the first Allegheny County?
yeah, this is the first store that he's actually putting, he's gonna have alcohol sales at. He's also a member of another corporation that we actually have one out that's going out in Freedom as well.
But he currently owns the Sunoco. He's owned the
Yes.
Sunoco since the beginning of the year.
Yes, he, and the corporation that is the property owner, him and his brother both own the property down there. So he's got a vested interest in the property itself.
Council, any other questions?
No.
I have a question.
Mr. Little?
Sure.
Maybe I missed it in your presentation, but is there a maximum amount of beers you're allowed to have when you're sitting there?
He hasn't put a beer limit on what you would have to do to be able to consume in there, but it's not going to be set up for a place where you're going to basically be going in. I mean, it's going to be a safe and secure environment. Our law firm itself, we represent a lot of convenience store chains, and I would say probably less than 1% of all of the alcohol sales are consumed on the premises. And generally, it's somebody, they may come in, have a beer with a hoagie. We're not going to be selling wine or any alcohol for on-premises consumption.
Oh, I mean, we've had presentations, and this is about our third in the last 4 or 5 months.
Can you move your microphone, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe.
Don't touch it.
And I think the last presentation, they did have a maximum of only 2 sitting there, but that's council's decision, though.
Yeah, it was probably one of my colleagues for probably one of our other clients. They have that's part of their business model that they employ throughout the state where they do liquor licenses.
So that they basically are they're doing like a smaller scale of what, say, Sheetz is doing.
Oh, yeah, it
Or
would
like
be
a gas
it would
station,
be much
convenience
smaller
store.
than a Sheetz or a Speedway.
Any other questions, council? Nope. Well, this is There will be no vote taken on this evening. We'll be considering this on October 9th, our Tuesday meeting, and the public would be welcome and have an opportunity to speak to it at that point as well. But thank you for your time.
So we're going to keep the record open between now and in the council meeting? Or are we closing the record?
No, we should close the record.
Yes, yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna
We'll
close.
close the public hearing. So the public hearing is we closed. Seek a motion for that?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. So we'll close the public hearing for it, but this resolution will be considered on Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.